Hey everybody! In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make your foreground image really pop out from your background image by making a collage style background after you've colored the image. I wanted this hilarious chicken to pop out as much brighter than the background, but not have overly bright colors. So I'm coloring it in sort of like a mid-tone range, but then what I do to the background is really going to make it pop out. So this is a front to back card, even though normally I do a back to front card, but I just want to show you how much you can do to enhance your foreground by masking an image and then collaging around it. And you know I love collage. Collage is my favorite. So this is not technically collage, it is collage style card making. So I am coloring this very sassy and fashionable chicken. The choice of this chicken to wear a feather boa is maybe questionable. Don't know where the chicken sourced the feathers for the boa, and maybe it's just better if we don't know. But it caught my eye, so I thought I would color it in, like I said, some kind of mid-tone colors. Now I'm adding some violet in here. The packaging of this stamp is actually colored in a similar way, and their colored illustrations that they use for their packaging are often something I use or a guide for when I'm coloring, because they're just so beautifully done, and they always use a bunch of different colors no matter what the animal. So I'm making this chicken extremely colorful. Now, even though this chicken has some kind of skinny little chicken legs, as chicken legs are, and some sort of floofy top knot bits and the boa, don't be intimidated by masking this image. You're going to see how easy this is, because even though I'm going to be working on top of the image for the background, it isn't necessary to mask every single little detail of this chicken off, as you will see. So I will stamp the chicken again on masking paper in my mini Misty. I have a little sticky mat in here to kind of, you can see I have a scrap. I always have a scrap of masking paper. It's ridiculous how much masking paper I go through. So I'm always kind of tearing little bits off of it like an animal and using those for other images. So you can see how easy it is to just keep it in place if you have a sticky mat in your Misty. So that's what I'm doing. And you can see I'm not cutting out like those fluffy little feathers on top. I am cutting out the legs because I'm actually going to be working on top of the legs, but it's not that hard an image to mask. However, I hope you enjoy me struggling with putting it down straight, because maybe you can feel my pain. Maybe you have to do things like this 17 million times as well before you get it right. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is just ink blend all over the whole image. I'm using antique linen, which is a really nice kind of warm contrast to some of the colors I used in the foreground, including that violet color. So I'll just put a little bit of color all around and then stamp a halftone pattern with the exact same color. That just adds texture to the background, and it's just a really nice touch. Now there are some sort of distressed rub-ons. I love these rub-ons. These are my jam. I'm going to use a couple different ones in a similar color scheme. So this kind of looks like plaster in Rome or something with some writing on it that's sort of distressed and crackled off, and I just love it. And the color is perfect for my background. You can see I'm really neutralizing the background, and opposed to the way that this chicken looked on white cardstock, wait until you see how it looks with these kind of warm neutrals in the background. So I'll just peel these off. Now the rub-ons have transferred. I'm so excited that rub-ons have come back. Can I just tell you, this is one of my favorite little tools to play with. So now I have a butterfly, which is in a similar sort of light sepia color. Wherever there are chickens, there are bugs. So I thought I would add this little butterfly just kind of flying off the edge up at the top. It will not distract from this colorful chicken. Then there are some sort of funky little lines that almost have like a barbed wire feel, which is why I chose them. To me, it looked like fencing that you might see around a chicken coop. And it really was harmonious with my little chicken. Now I have some collage kind of ephemera pieces that I'm going to place around the chicken after I remove the mask. And you can see how much brighter this is versus the way it looked with just white. And that's because I've sort of dampened down the color of the background. And so there's a little bit more contrast here. And I think it's just a fun way to make a card. Now you might need to use your piercing tool to get any fine little areas of the masking paper, like off the little legs. Because I was burnishing those rub-ons, it really adhered extremely well to the chicken. So you might need a little assistance in putting that up. So I will glue these little pieces down where I like them. And I'm grabbing one of these label tapes that says free to fly. I always like a little pop of black on kind of a busy card like this. And you can see that's raised. It adds texture. It adds that nice little dramatic pop of black. And here's what the finished card looks like. Head over to my blog for more information. And thanks so much for watching.